name's Laura Cochrane. I teach at Mills Park Middle School, 6th grade science. I have been teaching in Wake County school system for 25 years. My favorite thing about teaching science is honestly the kids' excitement. They love science. Just trying to engage them and seeing their aha moments it keeps me going every day. I love it. Science. So I go back to 6th grade. Mr. Tuttle, my 6th grade science teacher, that's where my love of science caught fire. He used to take us out on the weekends, like get a group of kids and go camping in the mountains from Greensboro to the mountains of North Carolina, you know, with parent permission and some chaperones and things like that. And we would go and we would look at the wildflowers in the mountain area, and he would teach us. It was always those teachers that let me do science is what I loved, and so I try to replicate that in my own classroom. If I was talking to one of my co-workers about applying for a Keenan Fellowship, first and foremost I'd say do it. I looked at it, and what really sent me over the edge was listening to a fellow Keenan talk about their great experience. When it became apparent that the Science Museum was having a fellowship, that's what brought me in. My experience here, specifically at the Science Museum, has been amazing. I cannot replicate this. I've never had any professional development like this in my whole career. Working alongside a research scientist has been invaluable. Looking at the procedures, the methods, the protocol they use gives me a richer experience to pass on to my students. There's no words really to describe the level of professional development. I mean, it's been excellent. The time and the energy, I mean, when I first think, oh, my summertime, I'm not going to be laying on the beach, and having that extra time, it was well worth it. I almost feel like I haven't been going to work every day. And working alongside with other teachers too in the same environment, that has been very helpful. The way they've set up this fellowship, that we can collaborate together, is really well done. If I had done this by myself, that would not have been as valuable an experience because I could not interact with my other fellows as well. I've loved working in the museum. I walk in every day really with goosebumps. I mean, I'm just like, oh, and I just look at everything. I've always loved the museum. I've brought my students here for field trips, and honestly, I still haven't seen everything in the museum, and I've been down here a million times. And everyone here has been so welcoming and inviting. I have my name tag on, and they see I'm the teacher scientist, and they're like, oh, you're one of the teachers. And then it makes me feel very good, and like I'm welcomed here. And because it was a little intimidating to think I'm going to be working in the genomics lab. I wasn't even sure what that was, but I feel like part of now, like I'm one of the scientists working here. The project that we're working on is working with Dandelion and their biomes. We first started out at Prairie Ridge and collecting dandelions, brought them back to the lab, took them out and bleached the roots, and we replanted them in some soil that each of the fellows had brought from their own homes. So it was either from the Piedmont or from the coast, and we replanted the dandelions in the soil. What we're looking for is to see if the dandelions can reestablish themselves in the new soils, and then we'll be studying what microbiomes grow there, the bacteria versus the fungi. The children will be able to be involved in that piece of it. We'll send back to the museum and let Julia, our mentor, run all the data on that, and then we'll get to analyze that and continue the inquiry from that piece. We obviously don't have the DNA extraction materials or the PCR machines, but we'll continue that collaboration from the museum with our students throughout the year. I expect you to fail. I don't expect you to give up. I'm constantly telling my students, it's okay to mess up. They come into 6th grade sometimes, have had an experience of a cookie cutter science experiment, but wanting to know the answers and what is the right or what is the wrong answer, and just trying to let them, it's okay not to know, is probably something they hear from me, if not daily, on a weekly basis. In their lab notebooks, and sometimes on the back of the door, a page that's just entitled, I wonder. And it's all the I wonder questions they come up with, and we keep coming back to those all year long, and they put them up on sticky notes all around the room. And that is what I really want them to know, that me too. I mean, I've gotten very comfortable, it took me a while, but very comfortable saying, I'm not sure, we need to do some more work on that, or we need to find out. So that's the big message that I try to send my students.